Hello everyone, this is the Insomniac GM, and I'm going to show you guys the life path generation for Twilight 2004th edition. Now this is one of the two ways you can create a character in the game. This is my preferred way. So how it starts off is you set your age at 18, which I got written up here, and you set all of your stats at C. Now depending on your age, or depending on what grade you have determines what die you use. So C or D uses a 6-sided. A C gives you an 8-sided. A B gives you a 10-sided, and A gives you a 12-sided. Now, when you play, you roll your two stats, your stat and your skill. So, like, let's say, agility and driving. Okay, 7 and 5. The 7 would succeed. 5 is below 6, so you would not succeed. So, now, let's go. First up, after you put down your age and everything at C, you can choose to increase one's stat by decreasing. I realized I wrote these on the wrong side. You can increase one stat by decreasing another one. We're not going to do that. So now we need to roll a D3. I got a 5. 5 and 6 is 3, so I can choose 3 of my stats to increase. I like random, so I'm going to use 3 D4s. So I got 3 ones, but I can't do 3 ones, so our C becomes an A from 2 of the increases, and our agility will go from a C to a B. So we have great strength and we have good agility. So now we got to roll to see what our childhood is. So we go to the next page and we got this chart on the left. I got a 4. And so we got intellectual. So now we get to choose one of these 3 skills. I'm going to roll, same thing. I got a 6. So I gain persuasion. So my persuasion is now a D. Now we choose a specialization by rolling. Once again, another 6. So I get musician. So we go into our specialization. I put down that I'm a musician. And then now we choose whether our character joins the army or if we end up getting a career, become a citizen or a civilian. So I'm going to roll to see odds or military, even civilian. Odds, military. So we'll actually go over here, see what we meet the requirements of. We can actually go combat arms because we have strength and agility both at Bs or higher. So let's go combat arms. So our starting rank will be private. And we gain 1 skill. I'm going to once again, D4. Got a 4. So we gain recon. Recon's now a D. And let me check. Oh, we get 2 skills. So I also get heavy weapons. So we're going to be pretty good at shooting with heavy weapons. So now we got to make a unmodified roll with our lowest skill. Well, that is a D. So we're going to roll and see if we get a promotion. We got a 5. We did not get a promotion. We needed a 6. So we remain a private. So next we go to age ourselves. So we got a 5. We go from 18 to now 23. Now, I got to roll another d6. We rolled to see what specialization I get, which I get a 3. So, tanker. Okay. Now, I'm sorry, I looked at the wrong part. Well, we still get that. But after that, we roll. We're going to roll a d8. And we need to roll. So we need to roll anything but a 1. If we roll a 1, we're going to lose a stat. So we're fine. So now we go to step 9. We got to roll a d8. Now, if we roll a 1, we go to war. Got a 3, we're fine. So, now that that's over, we go back to step 5, and we're going to repeat the process. So, do we want to stay on the military? I say yes. So, increase 2 skills. So we can increase I realized before one of our skills had to be ranged combat. I'm just going to go with ranged combat right now, because that's not going to affect too much. And then we end up getting one other skill. Got a 4. We'll increase our recon from D to C. Now, because we have a C in recon, that means we can now roll a D8. It's right here. Now, we cannot roll a 1 or 2. We got a 6. Make an unmodified skill roll for one of the skills you increased. Oh, okay. So because we got a 6, we actually get a promotion. And then we roll a d6 to see what specialization we got. We got a 1. So rifleman. Okay, and now we're going to roll a d6 to see if we age ourselves. Or how much we age. So, got a 2. We go from 23 to 25. Now we're going to roll a d8. We got to get anything above a 2. 2 happened. So, we actually lose a stat. So, we're going to roll a d4 to see what stat. We got a 3. Our intelligence will go from a D. So, probably took a hard hit to the head. Now, we roll another D8, and this needs to be less than 2. Or higher than 2. So we got a 7. We're fine. So we go back to step 5 again, because war has not broken out yet. And let me look at the ranks, actually. if I can find where the ranks are. No, I saw it somewhere before. Sorry, everyone. Okay, so we go from private to private first class. So, let's see if we can get a promotion. So, we can now go combat support. Oh, no, we cannot. We do not have an intelligence of B. But we can go with combat service support. So because of that, we're going to go with that. So increase 2 skills, 1 step each, or 1 skill by 2 steps, choosing among the skills listed in the career. They're generally available skills. So I'll just roll 2d6 odds, medical aid, evens, tech. So 1 of each. So we'll go tech D, medical aid D. So now after that, make an unmodified skill roll for one of the skills you increased in step 6. Well, D6. And we got to make sure that it's not a, if it's a 6, I'm sorry. If it's a 6, we get specialty. We did not. Or we didn't get a promotion of that. So next, we got to age ourselves. 5. So we're now 30. And then we need to roll a d8. Now, this can't be 3 or lower. We're fine. We don't lower a stat. Now, we roll another d8. This also can't be 3 or lower, or war breaks out. We got a 4. We are fine. So we go back to step 5. So, now that we're in step 5, the question is, does our character still want to serve in the military? Odds, yes. Evens, no. Okay, guess we're still serving in the military. So, now we're going to choose 2 skills to increase. Odds and evens, I was saying once again, but I didn't mention that. So tech becomes a C, and our military aid will come to a C. So now come over here once again. We're going to roll that, and we're going to roll. We need a 6 or higher. We do not. So, and I was using a D8 because now my skill is a C. So, we do not get a promotion. Once again, we're going to age ourselves. Ooh, 6. So we are now 36 years old. And we're going to roll a D8. And we need to get lower than or higher than a 4. We got a 1. So now a stat is lowered. So, I'm going to roll 4. Our empathy becomes a D. Now, we're going to roll another D8. This needs to be higher than a 4, or we go to war. So we got a 7. We are fine. So now we go into this again. So I'm going to say at this point, I think our character leaves the war. I really feel like at this point. So we're going to roll a d6 to decide what career path we go with. I got a 6. So we do white collar, which we do not have any points in education. We may not be able to. Well, we can go blue collar. So if we go blue collar, got a 1. So we're going to become a driver now. So for driver, we get tech, which becomes a that's going to become a from all that. And then we're going to, let's see, we increased a stat twice. Now we go over, we're going to roll to see if we end up getting a promotion there. So it being an A, we're going to use a D12. We did not get a promotion. So now we're going to age ourselves yet again. We got a 5. We are now 41 years old. Now we're going to roll a d8. We need a 5 or higher. We're fine. We do not suffer from our age. Now we're going to roll to see if we're drafted, if the war begins. Needed a 5 or higher, we succeed. So now we go back to here again. So, okay, well, we'll stay with our current career, and we get to increase 2 skills. Well, because we can't increase tech anymore, we can choose from stamina, mobility, or driving. Let's just go with driving. We'll take that to a C. Okay. Now, for our to see if we get a promotion, we increase driving to a C, which means we use a D8. We need a 6 or higher to get promoted. We could get promoted, so we get a specialty. So let's roll. We got a 1, so biker. Now, let's roll for age. Got a 5, so we are now, let me fix the 4, I don't like how that looks. We are now 46. Now, let's roll a d8, and this cannot be, we need to be above a 6. We got a 1. So one of our stats is now decreased. We can't decrease that anymore. So our A is now going to become a B. So we're not as good at punching that now. So now we need to roll a D8 to see if war breaks out. This needs to be above a 6. War broke out. So now, we're going to skip step 9. Check the at war career, page 38. At war. So, for the final at war term, you may increase any 2 skills of your choosing by 1 step each. So we can choose 2 to increase. So let's change ranged combat from a D to a C. And then let's change... Let's just change recon from a C to a B. Okay? And then, in addition, roll a D6 on the table. Okay, I got a 6 for a final new specialty. So we're going to get a new specialty. Reroll if you get a specialty you already have. Okay, so because we were in blue color, we'll get mechanical, or mechanic. Okay. Now we got that done. Determine your hit and stress capacity. So really quickly, let's look at this. So this is a D10. This is a D6. This is a D8. D10. D6. D10. D12 for tech. D6. D6. And D8. So, we need our hit points and our stress. So hit points and stress. Your hit capacity equals the sum of your die size for strength and agility. So 10 and 10, so that's 20. And then divided it by 4. So our hit capacity is 5. Hit capacity, 5. Stress capacity equals the sum of the die size of your intelligence and empathy. That's 12 divided by 4, 3. Okay. And then determine your unit morale. Let's see. Just like a skill, the score is primary. Matter. Or your unit is your family, your home, you live and die with the friends next to you in game. This is represented by a unit morale rating. Rating from A to F. Just like a skill, this score is primarily used by the CUF roll. The better the morale in the unit, better your chances of keeping a cool head under pressure. Read more about this on page 67, no matter which method you use for character generation. Your group starting unit morale is equal to the highest command skill level. I don't think we have command. No, we do not. So, our highest command score, we don't have any. So, that's because we are alone. That normally wouldn't happen if we were playing in a group. So, we'll leave that alone for now. Now, we go with our morale. Choose your morale code. During play, you will face situations that test your morale code. When following it puts you or your group in immediate danger or requires a major sacrifice of some kind. The referee has final say of what this happened on when this happens. But you should also bring such situations to our attention. If you choose to follow the morale code, you get a +1 modifier to one related skill roll. If this makes sense in the situation, and you will learn from the experience, earned it, an experience point at the end of the session. If you choose to betrayal the morale code, you will immediately suffer 1 point of stress. At the end of the session, you also have the option to scrap your morale code and write a new one. So what is our morale? Well, I'm not really too sure because we're not really in a group and we'd be bouncing ideas. I'm going to probably leave a lot of these alone because this isn't really with the rolling in that, and this character's not going to be used at all. Decide your appearance, choose a name, and then we pick our gear. Yeah. Page 80. Let me just check what this is. Oh, okay. Overtime. I'm not worried about putting the radiation points on here. But, yeah, that's the character we just made. A lot more. I could show you a lot more if we were building one as a group, but I just wanted to show you guys how this thing worked. So, hope this was helpful to you, and I hope to see you guys again next time.